Good morning, South Carolina. I am Tammy Newman, the Director of Public Relations for your South Carolina High School League. We are here for our second press conference this morning. We just spoke with our 4 and 5A finalists for boys tennis. Now we are in the midst of our 2 and 3A boys finalists. But before we meet them, we will have some remarks from our commissioner, Dr. Jerome Singleton.
Thank you, Tammy. Let me express my congratulations to you as a team. I know you've worked hard and you've earned this spot through the efforts that you put in place. Please know that you are our representative. You are our ambassadors. You know, your athleticism and attitude plays a big role in presenting to the general public what the league stands for. I just ask you to continue to be the person you've been all year. You know what you need to do. Please enjoy this experience. We look forward to watching you in the championship, but I'm more excited about hearing some of your comments during this press conference. Enjoy this experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Singleton. And just to reiterate what he said, sportsmanship plays such a huge part in all of our sports, and tennis is no exception. So thank you for being here with us. And as the team representatives, the individual student athletes that you see on your screen were selected due to not only their leadership, but their team spirit and the effort that they put forth all year. So we'll get started and meet our special guest. With us, representing our 3A schools from Daniel High School, we have Coach John Parker. And with him, he has John Belenis, a senior, and also Noah Parker, a senior. And they will be matched up against Oceanside Collegiate. And the regular tennis coach, Sean Harris, was unable to join us, but we do have the company of Coach Mark Meyer. And with him, he has senior John Akifana and Bryson Harple, a junior. And from our 2A, we have Philip Simmons High versus Christ Church. And representing Philip Simmons this morning, we have Coach Richard Schultz. And with him, we have Soren Spina, a senior, and Zaid Hyatt, a junior. And our representatives from Christ Church, Coach John Burford. With him, he has Max Gallivan, a senior. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for making time this morning to be with us. And we welcome our viewers that are taking time to watch and engage with us. So I'm going to start this round of questions. We'll start off with our coaches, and that way put our student athletes at ease and get this started. From Daniel High School, Coach Parker, please share your season record.
We are currently 11-2.
11-2, okay. Can you reflect a little on the rise of the program over the last few years?
Yeah, they had an off year before I took over coaching, and I knew that I needed to get some quality guys and guys that cared about tennis and had a passion for that. And so we just slowly began to come together. Of my seniors, one, my son Noah, and another gentleman named Connor Liu actually were started off when they were in 7th grade playing on my team. And we brought on this guy here, his 8th grade year. And so we just slowly gotten better. We made it to the upper state final twice and were defeated. One of those was actually 4-3. And so the guys have just bought into the process. We really pushed family, and they bought into the Daniel family, and just each year we've gotten better and better.
All right, thank you so much. And your opponents will be Oceanside Collegiate. Coach Mark Meyer, can you share with us the record that Oceanside has this year?
Our boys tennis team is currently 12-0.
All right. And knowing you're not the regular head coach, But you've been a fan this whole season. And from last year to this year with them, they're the returning champions. What do you think the team's got to do to hang on to that title?
Well, they're good, tennis and golf are these sports where they compete as individuals, what we've been able to do here at Oceanside with our tennis program, though, is that these guys rally together as a team, support each other, a lot of good camaraderie. I think they have fun on their bus rides. Just stick together and pull each other through, and I think we'll play very well.
All right, thank you, Coach. And moving over to our 2A representatives, Philip Simmons versus Christ Church. And we have Coach Richard Schultz from Philip Simmons. Coach, can you share with us your record?
11-7. We play some really great schools. We play all the schools in Charleston area. Oceanside's one of them we've lost to 2 times, but we gave them a battle. And we play Myrtle Beach and we played Nations Forward, or probably we're in your 4A and 5A program too. So we go after good competition. I have an extremely special group of young men, and we're lucky enough to be told that by 3 different matches that the team that we showed the best sportsmanship of any team they played that year. I have 3 seniors that are going to Eline, High Point, and Clemson. This young man on my right is a 5.0 plus student who's has a 5-year plan and major in biology at Clemson University, and he's going to cure Alzheimer's, and he means it. And this young man over here on my left is a junior, and these are both my co-captains, and Zaid Hyatt is a warrior, and he's a junior, and he wants to go to Clemson and major in engineering, and they are both taking AP exams today and tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. You stole half my questions there. You've already answered them. But I can tell that you're very proud of not only the young men that are with you, but the entire team. So thank you for that information. And from Christ Church, we have Coach Burford. Could you give us your record?
Yeah, so far we're 7-5. Looking forward to a great match in the state final.
All right. And can you tell us from last year to this year, what did you work on the most?
We've worked a lot on getting first serves in, being ready to sort of respond to adversity, which is something that all those young men need to be able to deal with, as well as getting people back in the game that we missed, like our senior Matt.
All right, thank you. And now we'll hear from some of our student athletes. We're going to go back up to Daniel High School. And John, as a senior, first of all, share with us where you're headed off to college.
Yes, ma'am. I am headed off to Emory and Henry College. They're a Division II school. They're joining the SAC conference next year, so I'm really excited about that. Stingers up. So I'm really excited about that.
And do you know what you're majoring in?
I'm going to major in business management with a minor in international business.
And we can assume that you're going to be playing tennis as well.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great news, John. But as a senior, you were part of the finals last year on this team. So how does it feel to be back with another shot at the title?
We didn't go to state championships last year. We got cut short.
Okay, my mistake. I'm sorry. Well, same question. Can you tell me, how does it feel to, after being cut short, making it?
We've had difficulties in the past in upper state trying to make it to the finals. We were always one step there and we couldn't finally complete it. And this year we finally did. We did it in great fashion. And I think we have extra motivation this year. We have something to prove, and that's what we're going into the state championship with.
All right. Thank you so much, John. And we're going to go over to Oceanside. Bryson, as a leader of the team, can you tell us one constant that you've made sure that you put in place this year, as well as something that Coach Harris did as well?
Really just keeping everyone up as a whole, and just, if you make a mistake, it's in the past, you can't go back. Just keep playing, keep your head up, and just keep good spirits throughout the entirety of the match.
All right, thank you, Bryson.
Yes, ma'am.
And Soren from Philip Simmons, do you think, did you think at the beginning of this season that you would be at the finals?
I didn't know for sure, but I was very proud of the team and the work they put in the off season. And so I knew that no matter what, we would be a great team this year and that we'd have a lot of fun. And it's great to see the players improve, and I'm really excited to see what happens.
And you're a senior, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And if I'm not mistaken, did coach say you're headed to college?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I'm headed to Clemson.
All right, and your major?
Biology. To hopefully do research in the future.
Okay. And I'll assume tennis is on the agenda as well.
I hope to play club or intramurals, I think. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, keep it up. Do not give up the sport of tennis.
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And Max from Christchurch, you made it to semifinals last year. How does it feel to be in the finals this year?
Well, so last year I was not on the team. We moved to Tennessee partially for about a year and a half. So I had
Okay,
the opportunity to be on the team last year, but I knew that the team that I had this year was not the team that I had when I left. I didn't know a single person on it, but I'm so proud of the guys for helping us make it all the way here. I have great respect for every single one of them. I'm just happy for the opportunity.
okay, and Max, you're headed to college. Can you share with us where and what you're studying?
So I'm going to Sewanee University in Tennessee, and I'm hoping to major in some kind of environmental science.
All right, well, thank you so much, Max.
Yes, ma'am.
And let's say I'm gonna head back up to Daniel High, Noah. Share with us, looking over this season, what do you feel was your toughest match this year?
Probably the last one yesterday against Ren. I won the first set pretty easily, but I got really tired in the second set, but I was able to pull it through and with the help of my teammates.
All right, and you're headed to college. Can you share with us your information?
I'm going to North Greenville University, D2 school, and I'm going to major in business and to play tennis there.
All right, well, good. And your coach mentioned the relation there. Do you feel that having a parent as the coach, does that make it harder on you, easier? You know, how does that come into play?
It's probably a little bit harder just because I know, well, I mean, actually it's easier. It's someone else I have to talk to. I can talk about the matches when it's done, when I'm done with practice. It's just extra help.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Noah. And John from Oceanside. So you're back in the finals this year. Can you tell me what what you value most about last year versus this year? And you're headed out into the world. What do you value most about what you've learned this year compared to last year?
So with this year, we have a totally different team. And it's a lot of teamwork was put in. We've all spent a lot of time together, training together on the off season and on the on season. And that was a more value this year than last year, as we were more spread out last year, where different players went to different coaches on the off season, as most of us all go to the same summer and off season clinics where we all train together. So we are a lot closer team this year than last year, which was a help to get us to the state finals.
All right, thank you so much. And let's see, from Philip Simmons, Zaid, share with us the most difficult part of this season versus the easiest part of this season.
I would say that the most difficult part of the season was probably in the beginning of the season. We had a lot of new players coming in, and at first it was kind of rough getting everyone to work together well. But then now, as we're towards the end of the season, everyone's getting along together very well, and everyone seems to enjoying it.
All right, thank you. And Coach Parker,
Yes, ma'am.
can you reflect a little on the rise of the program? Well, you've already shared a little bit of that, but with so much returning experience and scheduling out of the region, how important was having both that return, your returning players versus the schedule that you had?
Yeah, we did not lose any last year. I have 4 seniors. You've got Noah, who's going, like he said, to play at North Greenville. You've got John here, who's going to Emory and Henry. My number 1 player is number 2 in his class academically. He's our salutatorian. He's going to Duke. Will not be playing tennis. And we've got another senior who is going to Clemson University, Kevin Zhu. Those guys have been the foundation of what we built. That's been a key for us, is if one of those was down, the other 3 would lift them up. And that's just been such an encouragement to us. They bought into the process, which is playing year round. And so they just are constantly out playing tennis. What I love about these guys, and this is the whole team, is they'll just go hit together. It's not something I have to set up. And they just love hanging out together. Their big thing is there's a table outside of our courts. And after the matches are over, late into the night, they're out there playing spike ball on this table. And the other Friday, they were out playing basketball. So it's just this, like I said, we're not a team, we're family. And that's just led to the rise of the guys just buying into the idea of family.
All right, thank you. And Coach Meyer from Oceanside, although you're not the regular coach for the team, you play a big part and a big role at Oceanside. Can you share with us what the community support means to your athletic program? And as he was just sharing some of the things that the students do to make that family, can you share with us some of the things that Oceanside does?
Yes, community support for our entire, I'm the athletic director, so I see it for all the teams, but it's very important. It brings energy. The kids love seeing their name in the paper and all that kind of stuff. And it just makes everything more energetic and more positive on campus. And then the other students in the school support each other. Other teams will come out in their entirety to support the other teams as fans. So that energy is infectious across the entire program that we have, and we like to continue that.
All right, thank you. And let's see, Coach Schultz, do you have any thoughts that you would mind sharing with us on how we can move forward and grow the sport of boys tennis, girls and boys tennis? Do you have any thoughts to share on how we can expand that and grow the popularity of the sport?
We went from 4 years ago, I had 1 player for first 4 weeks, 4 years ago when we started here at Philip Simmons. We are the growing school in the Charleston area. We have students leaving other schools to come play with us. This year, I had 31 boys go out for the boys tennis team. And a lot of these teams might tell you that's a lot. And we had to start a JV program. And I'm really proud to sit right here right now and say, I've had this young man since he's 7th grade. I love him. This young man right here, to follow on Daniel's story, he texted me at 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and he told me the 3 seniors were on the tennis court. They weren't at a movie. They weren't at a restaurant. They were on the tennis court playing and having fun. This group has fun, and they've gotten better. It's a challenge, but it's not a challenge at Philip Simmons. Half of our student body plays sports. We have 700 students, and over 352 of them are playing sports. We had 42 girls go out for lacrosse. This is an exciting community. This is an area that wants to play and get better. And they see the success these boys. We've done very well in the state championship the last couple of years, and we hope to do well again tomorrow against a very good, very, very good Christchurch school. We played Christchurch in the girls last year, and that was a war we won 4-2. And we hope to be able to win the war again. And I think if you make it fun, as Zaid said, we had a couple of new kids come in, and they're taking my position away, or are they going to work in? And we've made them a group. Today, we're going to have our last practice. I'm probably talking more than I should, but it's going to be the 3 seniors against the other 4 boys in competitive games. And we're going to have a lot of fun. And we have everything planned for Saturday. Chick-fil-A nuggets at the rest stop and a meal afterwards. And we're gonna have fun. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And that's what it's about. At the end of the day, having fun and making sure those memories are there. Max from Christchurch, you mentioned that you've had experience here in South Carolina as well as Tennessee, correct? I'm going to give you the same question.
Can you repeat that, please?
You've had experience here in South Carolina as well as Tennessee. I'm going to give you the same question. You've 2 different states, being an athlete in both states. What are your thoughts on how South Carolina can grow the sport? And I want a student athlete's perspective. How can we grow the sport of tennis?
The main difference that I could tell between Tennessee and South Carolina.
Oh, I think you're going.
There seems to be more events. We good now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right. So, I think there's more events and more startup events to be more welcoming to junior players who are just trying to start up. I feel like the tennis community is bigger in Tennessee, which the more events accounts for them. But I think what South Carolina could do is make more events appealing to juniors and not just high level like a 2-level tournament or lower level tournaments to welcome younger players.
Okay, all right. Well, I will definitely, I'm sure all of our commissioners are listening. So, we just like to get feedback from our student athletes as well as our coaches, because again, our spring sports are highly popular, but I believe that, we can always grow sports such as tennis. So that's some insight that's new coming from another state. So thank you for that. I'm going to swing back up to Coach Parker. How much studying, whether it's, the film that you're, any film or anything you're able to track down or just talking to other coaches goes into preparing for this weekend or a state final? You're going up against Oceanside. So, what were the preparations for that?
Unfortunately, there's not film with tennis, and if you really look online, a lot of tennis teams don't have a lot of records out there. So I've had to do quite a bit of research, trying to talk to common opponents. And, one of the things we started off this year with is we're going to focus on Daniel tennis, and we're going to focus on getting better. So at the end of the day, we know that Oceanside's strong. We know their guys are playing 3 to 5 hours a day, and where some of my guys will be in classes, they're out playing tennis. And so we know that we just got to put in extra work, and we've got to do the things that we have to do to get better each time.
Thank you. And from Christchurch, Coach Burford, is there a player and or an opponent that has surprised you the most this year?
We've our rival just across the road at St. Joe's has very inside 4 years created an excellent program. For the most part, we have been unrivaled at Christchurch. But St. Joe's, to their credit, and especially Coach Art, put together a really good program. It was a real fun and sort of gratifying to sort of get over the mountain that we had been under for a while with our rival. But as I said, iron sharpens iron, and we're excited for our opportunity to play on Saturday.
All right, thank you so much. Bryson from Oceanside, can you, as a team leader, even though you're a junior, what is something that Coach Harris has shared with you all as a team? What's some advice that he has shared all season that has stuck with you?
Mainly, like I said before, he just really wants us to focus on building a family and like a lot of teamwork going on. And he wants all of us to become very close, which we have this season. We've played tournaments where we all stayed together and we really just got close as a family, and we just try to incorporate everyone equally as a team.
All right, thank you. And from Philip Simmons, Soren, can you share with us what your message will be the rest of the week leading up to competition Saturday? What will your message to the team be?
My message to the team will probably be to keep doing what we've been doing. We've been working hard and we've been focused, and that's what my message to the team would be, to just keep doing what we're doing. And just to really just remember that even after the state championship. And yeah, basically that is on.
All right, thank you. And John from Daniels, looking forward to Saturday, is there anything that between now and then that you are going to stress, not only with yourself, but the team, that you need to work on to come out with a win?
Yeah, the biggest thing, in my opinion, is we have to understand that we're playing a very good team. Credit to Oceanside. They got here to the state championship last year, and they're here back again this year. So the biggest thing is that we have to fight. We have to keep going. We're here for a reason. We deserve to be at the state championship level. We're a family. We work together. No matter what happens, we're wanting to come out for a win. We want to make sure that we play Daniel tennis, as Coach mentioned, and we're a family at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter win or lose. I still have Noah's back and the entire team, and I know they have my back. So the biggest thing is to fight, keep going, fight for every point, and play Daniel tennis like we have all season.
All right, thank you. And for coaches, as we're closing in, can you give us, I want to get an opinion, I want you all to review and give an overview of your opponent for this weekend. So going to go back to Coach Parker. Tell us your thoughts on Oceanside, what you think of them and what it's going to take to beat such a team.
I had the privilege last year, there's an individual state tournament, and I had a chance to meet the coaches from Oceanside and some of the players. Great young men, highly academic, and I just know that they love tennis, and they play a lot of tennis. And, they have the experience factor. We're the new kids on the block. You've never been to a state championship. I've never coached a state championship. So the idea that, they are just solid from top to bottom. I just know we've got to play our best tennis. That's what we have to do, because I know they're going to come in there and they're going to be solid. They're going to be focused, and we've just got to try and match their intensity.
All right, thank you, Coach Parker. And Oceanside, Coach Meyer, can you share with us your thoughts on Daniel High and what it'll take to win?
Anytime anybody makes it to a state championship, the way the brackets are set up and the seeding and way it works through the regions, that by making it this far, they're going to be good. I mean, I'm not a tennis coach, but I know that. And I can tell these young men that I've been watching are, quality individuals. I'm sure they're really good tennis players as well. And we'll have to bring our A game on Saturday. I look forward to seeing some really good tennis.
All right, thank you, Coach Myers. And for our 2A, Philip Simmons, Coach Schultz, can you share with us your thoughts on Christchurch?
Right off the bat this morning, we thought we were going to be playing St. Joe's, and they turned that around. So credit to them. And now I'm even more anxious to be able to get on the court and be able to try our very best to do really good. I know they must be good, but St. Joe's was a real good team and they beat a worthy opponent. Their girls team, like I said, was 120 out of 21 years in the girls 2A. And we were fortunate enough to play really good. And we hope we play our best against a really good Christ Church school tomorrow or Saturday. Yes, we sure do. Look forward.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach Schultz. And Coach Burford, can you share with us your thoughts on Philip Simmons?
Well, they have an excellent strength of schedule. I mean, they play an SEC routine really, which is a credit to them. They want to themselves and get that experience that's proven to help them in the playoff hunt, which we do the same thing by making sure we're playing quality opponents to equally, enjoy the game. So we're really looking forward to our opportunity on Saturday to get another championship.
All right, thank you so much. And thank you to all of our guests as well as our viewers. Just a few reminders. We would definitely want to thank our partners at Wilson Sporting Goods, as well as the Lexington Medical Center for supporting our state championships. And also want to encourage everyone to visit schsl.org. That has all of the information under our tennis championship link, where you can get your tickets, the address, everything you need for Saturday's matchups. You just heard from our 2A and 3A competitors who will compete at 1 p.m. on Saturday in Florence, South Carolina. Earlier, we had guests representing 4A and 5A. Those matchups will be at 10 a.m. So we invite everyone around the state, tennis fans in general, to join us in Florence, South Carolina. Make a day of it. We can promise that there will be some healthy competition, great sportsmanship, and to me, there's nothing but winners on the court. So we hope to see you there. Thank you again, and we'll see you Saturday.